Charlene thinks she flew under the radar and got away, but what she doesn't know is that the detectives have all the evidence they need, and they're about to expose and embarrass her in the most brutal way possible.
You got a lot of that head game.
A female prison guard named Charlene O'Banion is working in a correctional facility when she discovers that she is embroiled in a precarious scenario. There is now evidence to imply that she may have had a romantic relationship.
We'll talk to you about it and get your side of that story.
I don't know anything about it.
Okay. Have you talked to him on any jail phone calls or anything like that?
No.
Not at all?
Charlene is sure that this will work, but the detectives have much more evidence than they're letting on.
And where would you think that this allegation would come from if there's nothing to it?
With an inmate named Jason Parker, according to the allegations that have surfaced. These allegations have caused a tremendous amount of concern among the inmates of the facility. As reports about Charlene and Jason's involvement began to spread among the other police, the situation takes a graver turn than it had previously.
Facebook. And I guess one time Parker was going back to Bequat to use the bathroom, and he was talking like at the window with me. And I guess Coker like didn't like that, which I had no contact with him or anything. And Parker had told me that he had gone up to him and was like, "Don't talk to her," or something crazy like that.
So I'm just not trying to be rude here. I'm just.
An official investigation has been launched as quickly as possible in response to these distressing rumors and in order to preserve the safety and security of the detention facility. The purpose of this investigation is to ascertain the reality of the purported romantic connection that exists between Charlene O'Banion and Jason Parker and, if required, to take steps that are suitable for dealing with the issue.
I don't know exactly how it started, like who it started from, but I was told that it was brought to somebody's attention, and then we looked at jail calls. And there's jail calls between you and Parker, and all that stuff's recorded. So I don't think you're being completely truthful. Well, I kind of know that you're not, and I'm not trying to be rude when I say that.
Yeah, no.
I'm just kind of trying to lay it out on the table for you. So can you kind of tell me what's going on?
I guess a few years ago we talked, and then I ended up here, and then he ended up here. I didn't know he was here. I didn't it wasn't anything like that.
Charlene found herself in the uncomfortable position of being presented with upsetting claims in an atmosphere that was tense and solemn. In the beginning, she strongly denied having any connection to the circumstances, and her eyes reflected a mixture of anxiety and defiance. Those who were there nervously anticipated her reaction, which caused the air in the room to become thick with doubt. Her determination appeared to weaken little by little as the charges continued to weigh on her. When Charlene finally started to open up, her eyes were wide with nervousness and her shoulders sagged as she did so. It became clear that she did, in fact, have a history with Jason, the primary subject of the charges.
So what about some of these phone conversations?
No, not here or the phone. I
just mean conversations y'all are having on the phone.
No.
Since he's been in here.
Like sexual?
Well, I'm not saying having phone sex, talking about sexual acts. From what I'm listening to on the calls, I take it as that you've given him oral sex at some point, is what I gather from these calls.
No, that was in the world, but we never dated. We just.
Okay. What kind of conversations have you had with him since you started working here and he's been in the jail?
Just talking about what would happen after he got out.
And then the jail call recordings, have you been talking to him while you're at home? Like he calls you from the jail while you're at home, or?
Her confession hung in the air like a mist of reluctance to tell the truth, and the people in the room processed this information with a mixture of dread and fascination as it was revealed to them. This event was a turning point, as Charlene's guarded exterior began to fracture, giving hints of a deeper, more complex tale that would need to be examined and comprehended in greater depth. A frightening discovery regarding Charlene and Jason was found via phone conversation recordings from prison. On a call recorded on September 17, 2021, the two can be heard having sexually explicit conversations. This is a serious violation of jail rules. These communications revealed a highly improper level of interaction between the two parties involved. Charlene also made a startling confession on the same call, which was recorded. On November 17, 2021, she admitted to having oral sex with Jason, further complicating their relationship.
This is highly irregular behavior for a prison officer, and it doesn't take a genius to realize something deeper may be going on. But the detective has some more questions pertaining to some more physical evidence.
I haven't listened to this, but apparently there may be some talk in the calls about, like, photographs. Have you given him any photographs?
Mm-mm. I gave him a photograph of his mom, which he had asked for, and of his dog, Jax.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you given him any photographs of you?
Mm-mm. No, because...
So one of the things we're going to be doing is, like, looking at cameras and stuff, too. Has there been any times where y'all were alone?
Mm-mm.
Or you go out of camera view or anything like that? Anything that's going to look suspicious that way?
Since these kinds of explicit and forbidden communication should have been stopped, they raise severe issues about the security and oversight of the prison system. The recordings are crucial proof of malfeasance, which may lead to further investigations and disciplinary proceedings within the jail facility, and may have serious legal ramifications for both Charlene and Jason. During a stressful interrogation, Charlene gets caught in a web of lies. Her spotless reputation shatters as she is forced to face the proof of her complicity in a web of lies. Her acts are shrouded in mystery, but the dogged detectives eventually unearth her dark connections to Jason, and with each untruthful response, Charlene's credibility decreases and the pressure to reveal the truth grows. The growing mountain of inconsistencies and lies cast a pall of suspicion on her motives and reliability.
Hey, baby.
Go back.
Baby, guess what?
What, babe?
I just won the blackjack game.
Yay.
I just won $30.
I got a lot of stuff to clean and get rid of before you come home. I'm just kidding.
Yeah?
I'm just fucking with you. I was trying to make you think I have all these secret things.
Yeah, I bet you do.
What?
What?
What? What do you mean?
I don't know. You probably got this weird sex swing hanging from the ceiling. Kenneth probably thinks it's a swing set.
Oh, if I had that sex swing, you better believe I'd leave that sucker up for you.
Would you really?
Hell yeah.
You'd let me put you in it?
Yeah.
With a gag ball and everything?
Yeah, babe.
Her relationship with Jason and her role in providing evidence images are particularly damaging. Her reputation has been completely destroyed by these bombshells, and she now faces a merciless interrogation squad intent on getting to the bottom of the truth. Charlene's situation is a sobering illustration of the fallout from dishonesty and the dogged pursuit of justice by those who want it. Her sexual connection with Jason is still in question despite her confession. Her veracity is in question as the available information strongly suggests her involvement. This doubt originates from the fact that her memory problems now seem to contradict her narrative of the events from 3 years ago.
I just want you to look at me sometimes and be like, damn, my woman's fine.
Fine as wine.
Mm-hmm.
And you got a live ass fucking head game. Oh my god.
Yeah, it wasn't my best moments. I was just trying to get it done.
Meh. Are you in bed?
Don't even get me thinking about that because it makes me so horny. Like just going back and thinking about
Yeah.
that.
It gets you horny?
Oh yeah. You felt me. I was like soaking through my clothes. Get very horny very easy. I always want to have
Not
sex.
good.
Like that's not even.
Not good.
I mean, I feel like I just like look at someone. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so fucking horny. No, like of course, like I only get horny for you.
You kind of see how that sounds from, like, my point of view. Like a more recent thing than 3 years ago.
Her admission seems hesitant and incomplete, which leaves space for doubt. Her lack of consistency undermines the credibility of the story. Time may have clouded her memory, but the obvious discrepancy between her reported memory problems and her current account is cause for concern. The truth is, in this confusing circumstance, it's hard to pin down. Her confession and the evidence against it create a tense atmosphere that calls her story into question and highlights the complexities of memory and personal narratives.
This was, like, just giving him this blowjob was, but you, like, don't remember anything about it. It's like telling me something, but you're having trouble coming up with details about it, you know what I mean? Like, if it's that profound.
I mean, I gave him a blowjob. How do you describe the blowjob? I mean, is that
Well,
what
I
you
don't want
me
to know,
do?
like, about the blowjob. I'm just,
Yeah.
so if this is a
You just said
factual thing that happened 3 years ago, I feel like you would kind of remember some stuff about it. Like, I feel
Yeah, I
like,
mean, like we said in the car, we, you know.
like when I asked you who was there, him, of course, like when y'all met or whatever. And then when I asked like who else, you said it was like a bunch of friends.
Yeah.
But like you can remember one
I mean, I
chick's
was with
name
my
after
friend
you
Chris.
think about it for 30 seconds. So
Yeah, I mean,
that's
I
not
was-
making sense to me.
You seem to have blanks in your memory when we get to certain details, but you remember being groped in the blowjob from 3 years ago. I find that hard to believe. Okay? This is your one chance to be honest with us.
Yes.
Once we get up and walk out and we're done, we're done. Have y'all had any inappropriate contact, whether it's groping, blowjobs, vaginal, anal sex, anything, hand jobs? Yes, I am being vulgar to get a point across.
Yeah, no, it's not. No.
Charlene's working life came to an end when the strict prohibition on sexual relations between prison staff and inmates mandated by federal law was discovered. Her illegal relationship with an inmate not only resulted in her instant termination as a prison staff member.
And what is it?
I might have given him a blowjob in the back part of the
In back part of the quad? Okay. How long ago was that?
Hole in the wall, like, you know, restaurant, and they're like, you know, this other bridesmaid is like all bougie, so she's like, oh, what the hell is this place? So anyways, they all eat like the meat, like the food there, and then they go try on bridesmaids' dresses, and then they all got like food poisoning, and so they're all in like these dresses, like they each have like a different dress on, and then one lady's like her stomach, she's like, oh god. And she's like, they all start like getting sick from their stomach, and then they only have like one bathroom, like in that little like dress boutique, like wedding dress place. And so one girl like runs to the bathroom, throws up in the toilet, but then there's another fat girl there. She's like, get off the toilet, and then she ends up like sitting on the sink. And then another girl comes in behind her and tries to throw up in the toilet, but throws up on the top of the girl's head. It's so,
But also put her at risk of serious legal consequences.
like their stomachs are like, and then the fat girl, she made like, she farted or burped or something. The bride is like, oh, and, you know, make this noise like, what the hell? She's like, honestly, I don't know if that came out through the top or through the bottom. I just don't know. It's so funny. We have to watch it. It's hilarious. Huh? That was funny. She's like, I don't even know if that came out through the top or the bottom. He's choking over here.
I love you.
I love you, baby. You're my favorite. Did you laugh?
No, I didn't laugh.
What was that?
What do you mean? What was what?
It sounded like you sneezed or went or something.
Uh-oh. You're my favorite.
You're my favorite.
You're my favorite in the whole world.
After this event, prison officials made it their mission to put an end to any form of intimate abuse within the prison system. This swift action shows dedication to the safety, security, and integrity of prisons and the well-being of prisoners.
He ate tuna fish today. He ate a hamburger.
Oh my god. That's why that dog gets sick.
Yeah.
He ate a spoon, a water bottle,
Yeah. No, he's
remote
good,
control,
man.
all your mama's
That's-
shoes.
That's really why I've been calling my mama like that, because I've been checking on him. But he's good.
Oh my god, I was so sad. Oh, that dog drives me crazy. Always doing some shit he's not supposed to, but I
You
felt
didn't
really
even
bad.
care.
Yes, I did.
That's not
Jack loves me, babe.
right. He loves me more.
He loves, I don't know. We'll see about that when you get out, because I'm pretty sure.
Watch. Just wait till that
Even.
one sees me.
I know, he loves you.
A violation of the rigorous regulations governing relationships between staff and convicts will be faced with prompt and harsh repercussions, as communicated by the zero tolerance policy.
As soon as I sit down, he jumps up on my shoulder like he's 6 months old still.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he got his dick on my shoulder.
You have 1 minute left.
I love you.
Love you, baby.
I love you times 3.
I love you times 3. Sleep good, baby, okay?
So you got your front door locked?
Mm-hmm.
Swear to God.
Yeah.
Don't lie to me.
I was remembering if I locked it, and yes, I did lock it.
All right. Well, good night. Have sweet dreams. I love you. And dream about
Love
me.
you. I don't have to dream about you because you're real.
Oh my God.
Charlene's story highlights the seriousness of this type of jail wrongdoing and highlights the need for reforms to better safeguard the vulnerable inmate population and preserve public trust in the justice system.